Yeah, so it was good to get back in the gym and play here at home. Appreciate those that came out tonight. Um, really want to commend Midwestern State. I thought they played really hard after the second quarter. I thought they were really competitive, weren't intimidated, really did a good job, and um, so I know they're going to have a good year. And again, I thought those kids competed all night long and played really hard. And so for us, I mean, we did 18 turnovers is way too many. Um, it just there's no reason to be turning the ball over. We make some really poor decisions, and we only had 12 over the weekend, and to come out here with 18 just is it's just too many. I mean, it's just being too lackadaisical with the ball. I thought defensively we were really just seemed like we were a step behind on everything. And I mean, 52 points, y'all. That's a lot of points. I'm quite disappointed in that. So probably have a lot of film, a lot of good film to look at, and for our young kids, that it's all about learning how hard you got to play. And we just, we'll have a lot to learn from with this. We obviously didn't play. Shaley played 24 and Jock played 22, so not much. Mina played 23, but most of that was in the second half. So, yeah, I think we got to take better care of the ball. I was disappointed in our effort defensively, so that'll be something we can continue to work on. Like I said, we got some good film to look at.
Shane's heard what you said. What do you think this team needed to work on? Or do you think you guys did that better?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, way too many turnovers, and I think a lot of those were unforced too, which just puts a bigger emphasis on it's on us, and we need to know the value of the ball in a possession. We can't have empty possessions like that. And I mean, we had how many turnovers? 18. That's 18 times we didn't even get a chance to score. So that's the biggest focus. And then, yeah, I think just defensively, like that's what we're known for. That's how we usually get our offense, and that's what fuels our whole game is usually defense. So I think allowing that many points is just too many. We're definitely better and capable of more. So just need to hold ourselves to that standard no matter who we're playing.
Um, John, you had a really big game in the paint. Can you talk about? You kind of talked about it, 90 points. You were real surprised by that number. Can you talk about why you feel like you guys had so much success down low?
I think that our team, I mean, we knew going into this game that we would have a lot of size on Midwestern, and I think we did a good job at getting the ball into the post. I mean, me scoring 22 points is I think a testament to the guards and their passing. I don't think that I dribbled the ball once today. They just I have really long arms, and so they know where to pass the ball. Um, and so I think that we did a good job at attacking the paint. Coach Schaefer said before the game that should be a goal of ours is to get in the paint, get in the lane. And I think that we did that. I mean, 90 paint points, that's a crazy number. And I'm happy that we did that, but I still think that we just had too many turnovers and too many mistakes on defense. So.
You asked you enough times last year about Rory's minutes. So in that second quarter, when you already know those two runs, Rory was chilling. How nice was that to see kind of the depth of medicine running the point?
Yeah, I was. I thought that group really shared the ball. I think they only had 2 turnovers in the second quarter, and I think that was. I thought again they were sharing the ball. We held them to 5 points that second quarter, so we were getting a lot of transition, and it's good to see between Madison and Gisela. Knowing we're trying to figure out who that's going to be. Right now, it might be Madison, but she had some real lackadaisical turnovers tonight. Led us with 4, and hers were really unforced and lackadaisical. And she'll learn. You got to take care of the ball. You got to play with discipline. You got to play with intensity. And But that second quarter, 41-5, that was, is again we had I think 9 turnovers first quarter and 2 in the second. So we had 18 points if it's just 2 pointers that we didn't even have a chance to score. And then that second quarter, we didn't turn the ball over, and we got good looks, and we executed some good stuff. So it is good to see, and it's good to know that we've got players that can give her some minutes because any chance we get to rest any of our frontline players, we want to do that. And I played a lot of kids tonight. We played everybody on the bench, and we'll have some good film for everybody tomorrow. Everybody's going to have some film to look at. And you heard me say it, the film doesn't lie. Yeah, sure. So Amo was cleared yesterday for full practice, full contact. Won't be cleared for action to play for a while, but Dr. has cleared her for full practice. So we'll get her comfortable in practice for the next couple, 2-3 weeks and see where we're at. Deanna's probably a little ahead of schedule. She's probably minimum, she's minimum, I'm going to say 2, maybe 3 is more realistic. Might be more, might be less. But she's made some good strides here in the last few days. And so what is this, week 2? Or almost. Be 2 next Tuesday. Yeah. So she's probably at 10 days. And she's really gotten, she actually wasn't even walking with a crutch today, just the boot, which is really good because this time last week you couldn't even look at it. It bothered her. So, I think she keeps working at it. Cheyenne's doing a good job with her in the training room, and we'll just continue to push the envelope with her. She don't like being over there. She wants to play.
Well, in the off season, I really worked on being better on defense. I just wanted to fit my role, really. I felt like last year I was not too over my head, but, as a freshman, you get into everything. You just think, it's just like high school, but it's really not. This year, really just fitting my role, doing the little things really is my goal. So if I have a wide open shot, I gotta shoot it, okay. If somebody's wide open and I draw 2 defenders, I pass it. That's obvious. So just fitting my role, really. And it helps, too, because everybody's been in the gym this summer. So, everybody's getting better, so everybody trusts me, and I trust them. So we keep each other accountable in that sense. So it's easier to play this year because we know each other. So, yeah.
This is Ryan with the Bears. You guys talked about just success of your defense. You guys scored in the first 5 seconds, then immediately got on the press. You have a lot of steals, caused some real problems for them. You guys talked about the success that you guys had.
Yeah, like I said, defense is always a focus and always will be for us. So, I think although we could have done better on defense tonight, it's definitely that's always what we're trying to translate the most from practice to a game is just the high energy, always in the press, 40 minutes, just going full speed, going hard, and just getting our offense from our defense. When we're playing our best basketball, it's when we're getting turnovers and we're in transition running. So, yeah, I think that's just something that's Coach Schaefer always instills in us and something that's always a main focus. So going into every game, that's going to be what we're, wanting.
Yeah, pretty much what she said. It's a very high focus if you come to Texas. You know that you got to play defense. I think with this team, we know the potential that we have, and tonight on defense, I don't think that we lived up to that. They scored 42 points, and they shouldn't have been close to that. And so just continuing to work on that in practice and working on positioning and just overall better defense. And I know that he'll push us towards that. So
Just to go off what they said, defense is 90% effort. So if we don't give full effort in defensive end, you guys are going to see it. And I think tonight even coach had to coach some of that. and that's something we can fix. Not saying that Midwestern is bad at all. Midwestern is a great team, but I think sometimes when we play these teams and we don't respect them, it can show in big games. So just working on the defensive end for us is really important.
Coach, can you talk about how Lori looked just from a field general and a facilitator perspective?
Yeah, she's coming off the weekend where she played 36 minutes and we pressed pretty much the whole game. She only had one turnover, and tonight I thought she was obviously working hard defensively. She was about the only one out there really trying to deny and doing a good job of it defensively, and her energy and effort on that end is always on par. It's always really good. So she sets the tone on that end. She's going to know I don't like her 3 turnovers. She don't need to be turning the ball over. Certainly not tonight, and not ever really. But just knowing that she's got a team full of weapons that she can run this team, run our offense. We're going to score, and then she's going to be able to really dictate all of that, both offensively and defensively. So. The fact that we scored 124 points tonight, she's 1 for 4. I think it was kind of like that. Danny will probably remember last year when we played DePaul. I think she was 1 for 3, and we scored 107 or 8 or 9 last year. And when we're sharing the ball, I think that's when we're at our best. So I thought she did a good job. Got us into some good sets. Again, had 6 assists, which is great, and 4 steals. I mean, she leads us in steals. Her and Shay. Shay's had 2 really good games, y'all. She's back to back, just really consistent. She's solid. She's fast. She runs the floor extremely well. She's become a better defender. She took a charge tonight, which she knows I love. She was in help, so she's she's probably one of our more consistent guards right now. We had 1 turnover, 3 steals, and 3 assists. So she was plus 46. Shaylee was 58. But from a playing hard consistency standpoint, she's really, I think every day in practice, every game, she's been really good, and she's just made herself into a really good player. And you gotta, I admire that, and we need her to continue to get better. Because I ask her to do a lot. She's usually the band-aid that fixes everything, and I can't afford for her to have a bad night. Because usually when she's coming in, it's because somebody already is. So.
Since you guys faced a tougher opponent this weekend, how did you feel like the scrimmage?
Today or last weekend? Yeah, so I thought we played much harder than over the weekend. Like I thought we really played hard. I think we held them to maybe 10 points in the 4th quarter over the weekend, and really did what a veteran team does. We made plays down the stretch in a really tight game, and so I think that was my disdain tonight, was just the disappointment of we just didn't really have the energy. Again, you're at home, you're playing in front of your fans, your friends and family that have come out. For a lot of them, it's their first time, and they can't. You can't go out there and play cool. You've heard me say that before. You got to have an intensity about you. That team didn't quit. Those kids played hard. They jumped in passing lanes, and we obliged them and threw the ball to them several times. And it just what you're doing is you're in a big game, in a tight game. Okay, now can I trust you or not? And so again, we'll see the film, and it won't lie, but I thought we played harder over the weekend than we did tonight. And again, we were bigger tonight, y'all. I mean, we threw the ball. Taylor's 10 for 10, like she said, never dribbles the ball. I mean, it was a layup fest down there. Hattie was 9 for 13, so we went 19 for 23 at the 5. Everybody on the sheet shot 50% or better. We just we were obviously a lot bigger than them tonight, so that helped our statistics quite a bit. So we'll have good film off of it. We'll learn from it, and we got to get ready for next Wednesday and then the following Sunday. So season's here, y'all. Yep. All right, appreciate y'all. Praise the Lord.
Thank you.